Go ahead.
Okay, so today we're going to learn how to set up our coordinate axes, which is relatively simple. Here is our z-axis, and we're going to wrap things in the first octant, and then anything in the other octant we'll do in dotted lines. And this would be our y-axis. And finally, our x-axis, where when x is negative, we use a dotted line, and where x is positive, we use a solid line. So this is how most of them are set up. And we're going to use 1/2 inch as our unit in both the z and y directions. So we'll make little tick marks here, 1/2 inch marks, both down and up. And then we'll do the same thing in the y direction, both to the left and the right. Like I said, just making little tick marks at every 1/2 inch. Now, the rule of thumb when you're making tick marks on the x-axis is to have them be about 2/3. Unfortunately, if we're using inches, they're divided into tenths. And so we used 1/2 inch in both the y and z directions. And so we're going to use 3/5 of an inch in the x direction, because that's about as close to 2/3 as we can come with the way the ruler is made. So there is 5/10, and then we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another 5/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 5/10. And we can do the same thing back. Now, you can leave them in pencil, or after you have them in pencil. I like to go back over things in pen once I have them. Okay, so that's one way of setting up our coordinate axes. Unfortunately, not every picture looks the best at this angle, so there's another way of doing it, and we'll go ahead and show you that way as well right now. And I'm only going to do the first octant here instead of doing all 8 of them, just for the sake of brevity. But of course, if you wanted to get things in the other octants, you would just have to extend the picture back in dotted lines. Now, sometimes it's just easier to see things when we're looking at them this way. And this is still x, and this is y, and this is z up here. And we're going to go ahead and still use 1/2 inch for the units in the z direction, but we're going to go ahead, because this is at a slightly different angle, we're going to use 3/8 of an inch in both the x and y direction. And usually one of these two coordinate systems will do it.